On the day of the grand wedding, my fiancé took my younger sister to the ceremony instead. He even forced me to give my mother's embroidery workshop as their wedding gift. Everyone told me I was blessed, saying that sisters sharing a husband was my good fortune. I just laughed. In my previous life, I believed those lies, which is why they stripped me of everything and left me to die in confinement. A prince disguised as a regional official tricked the prince regent into becoming a bride. Everyone assumed he knew of my crimes. Yet his first words upon entering were, "Wang Fei, Benoang has come to fetch you. Gigi. Thank you for personally handing the Phoenix embroidery seal to brother Jiyu Changgen. From today onwards, the position of the legitimate wife of the Jiyu family's Jinyan workshop, as well as everything belonging to the legitimate daughter of the Marquis Manor, are all mine. You tricked me into the trade, stole my dowry, and even tried to burn me to death on our wedding night. I only married you for the Phoenix embroidery business. Now that it's in my hands, you are useless. Jiyu Changgen, my mother, paid for your education, paid off the Jiyu family's debts. Do you have no conscience at all? You can only blame yourself for being stupid. So blind you couldn't even see the person sleeping next to you. If I could do it all over again, I would never marry you. Everything you owe me, I will take it back, piece by piece. 7 days from now, you will marry into the Jiyu family. Hand over the Phoenix embroidery seal and your dowry to Chang'an for safekeeping. Lest a woman like you fail to guard such a large embroidery workshop. The 7th day of the 7th lunar month. I have returned to 7 days before the wedding. What do you say? Daughter means. The Phoenix embroidery seal is precious. On the day of the wedding, I will personally hand it to Jiyu Chang'an. That is how the legitimate daughter of the Marquis should behave. Don't let Shen Rujia laugh at us. Milady, are you not going to marry young Master Jiyu? He will come to fetch the bride, but I will not marry him. Then who are you going to marry? Take the Phoenix embroidery seal and hide it securely. Then send this marriage contract to the Prince Regent's manor. Deliver it personally to Zhao Jin. If the Prince Regent discovers the seal is fake, you will be severely punished. If I stay in the Marquis Manor, 7 days later, I will be eaten alive by them until not even my bones are left. I want to survive. I must bet on the only person they dare not provoke. Step 1. Deceive the Prince Regent. I have long been in love with Ruzia. Today, you both shall enter the Jiyu family. You will remain the primary wife, and Rujia will be the secondary wife. Gigi, I do not wish to fight with you. I only ask to stay by Brother Chang'an's side. I would willingly serve you tea every day. Shen Zhaoning. As long as you hand over the Phoenix embroidery seal, I promise I will not mistreat you. Sisters sharing one husband. It is a joyous occasion for the Marquis Manor and the Jiyu family. Hurry up and bring out the Phoenix embroidery seal for the ceremony. The guests are all here today. You must maintain the reputation of the Marquis Manor. A little tantrum is enough. You've waited for me for so many years. Could you truly bear not to call me? One is a treacherous betrayer. The other is a parasite. You two are such a perfect match. Of course, I must grant your wish. Jiyu Chang'an from this moment on. You are not even worthy of being called my exhusband. Do you think you can force me to come back by breaking the engagement? Who told you I wasn't getting married today? My groom is the Prince Regent Zhao Jin. Gigi, to win back Brother Chang'an, you can dare to forge the Prince Regent's marriage contract? If Zhao Jin dares to marry you, I, Jiu Chang'an, will kneel and kowtow to you today. Guards. She forged the royal seal to break the engagement. Guards, throw her into the ancestral hall. Was it you who sent the marriage contract? Your Highness. This woman, just to provoke me, actually dared to forge your marriage contract. You must not be deceived by her. Wang Fei, have you finished making a scene? Ben Wang has come to fetch you. Reply impossible. His marriage contract is clearly a fake. The Wang Fei, whom Ben Wang has acknowledged. Is it your place to speak the truth? Everything that belongs to the Wang Fei. Not a single piece missing. Bring it all away. Shen Zhaoning, are you really going to go with him? From the moment you took Shen Regia's hand to enter that door, we have no relation whatsoever. Since your Highness has acknowledged the contract, are you willing to make this deal with me? The imperial seal is poorly forged. So your Highness knew all along? I knew the moment I received the marriage contract. Shen Zhaoning, you used Ben Wang to escape your marriage and forced me to acknowledge a wife in public. Now, tell Ben Wang, how do you intend to repay the crime of deceiving the throne? I can help your Highness ward off an unwanted marriage. When did Ben Wang say I didn't want to marry? The Empress Dowager wants you to marry Princess Enyang. If you were willing, the marriage decree would have arrived at the manor long ago. What else have you investigated? Your Highness does not wish to marry someone from the Empress Dowager's faction, and I do not belong to any court faction. You need a titular Wang Fei, and I need the status of the Prince Regent's consort to save my life. So you forged the marriage contract and used Ben Wang as your shield, just now at the wedding hall. You didn't look like you just wanted to be a titular wife. If I had let the truth slip then, Jiu Chang'an and the Marquis' manor would have known you wouldn't protect me. Then my ruse would have been for nothing. You are certainly honest, since I've already been exposed by your Highness. Pretending further would only make me look stupider. If you want Ben Wang to keep you, then clarify the terms of this deal. Ben Wang will grant you the status of Wang Fei for 100 days. Within these days, no one can force you to remarry. And after the 100 days, if you wish to stay, stay. If you wish to leave, leave. Will your Highness go back on your word? Listen to Ben Wang's rules first. First, no killing in the name of the Wang Manor. Second, no framing the innocent with forged evidence. Third, anything involving the manor's plans must be reported to Ben Wang beforehand. Fine, I have 3 rules as well. Speak. My dowry stays with me. My embroidery workshop stays with me. The money I earn also stays with me. After the 100 days, the manor cannot stop me for any reason. Is that all? We must also sleep in separate rooms. Do you think Ben Wang would force a Wang Fei who was obtained through deceit? Even brothers must settle accounts clearly, let alone us, who are a fake couple. As for your belongings, the manor will not take a single penny. Jiu Chang'an always used to say that after a woman marries, her property should be handed over to her husband. That is because he was incompetent, which is why he coveted his wife's dowry. What do you plan to do tomorrow? Return to the Marquis' manor and take back every bit of the dowry my mother left me. The manor steward will take carriages with you. Check against the inventory of the imperial dowry. If even one item is missing, report the list to the embroidery bureau. Is your Highness going to help me seize it back? Taking back what belongs to you is not called seizing. Ben Wang is just worried that you cannot move it all alone. You only married into the manor yesterday. And today you bring outsiders to raid our home. I'm only taking my own dowry. Once taken, I shall leave. Gigi, you changed your marriage partner last minute, causing the Jiyu family to lose face. This dowry should be left to compensate me and brother Changan. Isn't that expected? You stole my fiancé, and you want me to use my dowry to compensate you? Matters of the heart cannot be forced. Brother Changan is the one I love. Why must Gigi harbor such resentment? I don't covet Jiyu Chenga. What needs to be settled today? Is that cape you are wearing? And every single item in the storehouse. We are family, after all. Must you make such a scene outside? Since we are family. Why? Are you afraid to open the storehouse doors? Without my permission. No one is allowed to touch the Marquis storehouse. King, strike the gong. Invite the elders and neighbors to be witnesses. Milady, there should be 16 trunks. There are only 6 left here. Shen Zhaoning must have moved them before the wedding, and now is coming back to frame us. If I had moved them from the front door, the gatekeepers would have records. But these trunks went through the back door of the storehouse. Second young Mrs. Carriage. The carriage wheels are reinforced with plum blossom iron. Sister, didn't you say this had nothing to do with you? Then let us go take a look together. Don't touch that. This is my courtyard. Open the trunks. What is this? These were moved from the eldest Mrs. Storehouse. Rugia knows nothing about this. Someone must have hidden them during the chaos. Father, Gigi came to my room before the wedding. She must have hidden the stolen goods to frame me. Zhaoning, how do you explain this? The trunks were moved from my storehouse, and the carriage tracks lead straight to her courtyard. Father, instead of asking the thief, you ask me how I explain it? The Embroidery Bureau received a report that imperial silk has been stolen from the palace. We are here to investigate. Lady official, the silk was put in my room by Shen Zhaoning. She is the real thief. You say you never touched the silk? I haven't even seen the trunks. Guards, prepare warm water. The palace's silk is dyed with orchid branches. Anyone who has touched it will have their fingernails turn blue when exposed to heat. Shen, second young miss, since you said you never touched the silk, let us check your hands first. My body is not. I cannot touch cold water. This is warm water. Sister just claimed you were innocent. Why are you afraid to reach out your hands now? What do I have to be afraid of? It's true, I really did touch the silk. Bring her here to check her hands too. I only touched the trunks. I didn't know what was inside. You just said you hadn't even seen the trunks. Lady official, please check her cape. This is a gift from my mother. Why should you check it? Take it off. The palace silk is strictly forbidden for private use. Do you still dare to say you knew nothing? It wasn't me. The cape was made by Chuntao. I didn't know what fabric she used. Second young miss, you were the one who told me to move the silk and said to make it into a cape before the eldest miss's wedding. You lowly maid, how dare you frame me? It was the keys to the storehouse given by the madam. I did not dare disobey. Nonsense. It was clearly both of you acting on your own. Don't even think about pushing this onto me. Mother, you were the one who said that after Gigi married out. Her belongings would all be mine. Shut up, all of you. Are you not embarrassed enough already? The silk, the cape, and the stolen goods, take it all away. Take everyone's testimonies to the front hall and record them one by one. Ruzia just likes a cape. How would she know it was embroidered with jade thread from the palace? She doesn't know. Are you suggesting that you do? Jianing has already caused such a scene today. How much further do you intend to push her? I didn't force him to steal. Nor did I force him to parade around wearing stolen goods. Brother Chang'an, I only wanted what Gigi had so much. I really didn't mean to. I believe you. As long as you plead with the Shangji Bureau, I can overlook the embarrassment you caused me at our wedding. Once you are abandoned by the Prince Regent, I can still offer you a place to stay. Have you forgotten? I tore up that marriage contract with my own hands. Isn't all this just because I chose wrong, Jia? Are you feeling bitter? The silver you used for your studies and exams, the money used to pay off the Jiyu family's debts, all of it came from my mother. The debt you owe the Shen family, I may not want it back. But don't call a debt an act of charity. We have known each other since we were children. What do a few silver notes matter? Prince Consort Shen Jiaoning, you are so narrow-minded, refusing to let even your own sister go. You will see her true colors sooner or later. Is the inventory of the dowry finished? One last item is missing. Where is it? In my mother's old room. The Phoenix embroidery seal is still there. That belongs to the Hu Manor. I cannot let you take it. The Phoenix seal was my mother's personal seal. It doesn't belong to the Hu Manor. And it certainly doesn't belong to you. Without the shopkeepers and embroiderers I arranged, you wouldn't be able to run Jinyan Workshop at all. From today on, the shopkeepers you planted in Jinyan Workshop, the accountants and the managers, are all dismissed. Do you think that by taking back one seal, you can hold on to Jinyan Workshop? You can't even make a decent phoenix robe. The Empress Dowager's birthday is approaching. The Shangji Bureau will reselect the phoenix robe embroiderers. Both Jinyan Workshop and Ruyan Pavilion are on the short list. Fine, in 7 days I will let everyone know who is truly qualified to be the best embroiderer of the Hu Manor. Go ahead and try. You couldn't keep the stolen dowry, and you won't be able to keep the stolen embroidery skills either. Big sister, do you think you can take over Jinyan Workshop with just a phoenix seal? It's not taking over. It's reclaiming what's mine. From today on, you and all the people the Lu family planted must leave. The best embroiderers have already gone to Ruyan Pavilion. With these old, weak, and disabled ones left, how will you participate in the phoenix robe selection? Boss, our hands are slow. We're afraid we can't finish the Empress Dowager's robe in time. If your hands are slow, do less. If they ache, rest a while. I'm increasing your wages by 20%. We will switch to a 2-shift rotation. Those who are willing to stay may choose their shift. Working hours are shorter, and wages have increased. Can the workshop support this? This is the earnings report of the workshop for the last 3 years. Jinyan Workshop does not profit by skimming off the embroiderers, and it doesn't require anyone to work themselves to death to succeed. Boss, the phoenix tail isn't drawn yet. No rush. Place this half-finished sketch in the most conspicuous spot. Shouldn't such an important drawing be locked away? If it's locked too securely, how will the thief be able to steal it? I only wish to speak with Xiaoning alone. King, stay behind. Say what you have to say. This is the jade pendant we exchanged when we were children. You have kept the other half all this time, which means you still have feelings for me. I kept it because the money used to buy it back then also came from my mother. Rugia stealing the jade pendant was just a moment of folly. If you plead with the Shanji Bureau and leave, I can still marry you as my primary wife. On the day of our wedding, why did you insist that I hand over the Phoenix seal? After a woman marries, her assets should naturally be managed by her husband. I managed Jinyan workshop for you. What was wrong with that? Using my mother's money to study, then taking away my mother's embroidery house. Is that what you call managing it for me? Between a husband and wife, why be so calculative? When I rise to a high official position, you just need to be a peaceful Lady Jiyu. Shan Zhaoning, do you have any idea how important this piece of jade is to us? It used to be important, but now it's tarnished. You doing all this, isn't it because you abandoned me to marry Rugia? The more you target her, the more it proves that you still care about me. Jiu Changyan, I am already married. If you continue to harass me, I will have you reported to the authorities. You and Zhao Jin are just a fake couple. He will grow tired of you sooner or later. When that happens, you will still come back and beg for me. Scholar Jiu is very concerned about this prince's family matters. Your Highness, there is a misunderstanding. Zhaoning and I have known each other since childhood. I just couldn't bear to see her go down the wrong path. Which path she takes is for her to decide. Get out. I have not rekindled any old flame with him. Your Highness need not worry about it affecting our 100-day marriage. Are you looking forward to the end of these 100 days? That is what the marriage contract says. Send a small hand warmer to Jinyan workshop. Don't make the temperature too high, lest it scald her hands. After the birthday banquet, you will welcome Enyang into the manor. Shan Zhaoning's background is unknown. Making Enyang the prince's consort has already given her enough face. This subject will not marry Princess Enyang. Your Highness would rather have a merchant woman who faked her marriage. Then look at me. Who this prince marries is none of the princess's business. If Shan Zhaoning cannot even finish one phoenix robe, the prince's consort who appeared out of nowhere will only become the laughingstock of the entire capital. She will handle the phoenix robe herself. As for the position of princess consort, as long as I acknowledge it, it doesn't matter if others laugh. Boss, the drawing was stolen. I am searching everywhere right now. My second young mistress asked me to deliver a message. Gigi's phoenix has no tail. They must be trying to rush to make the phoenix robe first. If we don't recover the drawing, it will be too late. No need to chase. That was a phoenix robe drawing you spent 3 days on. I only drew half a phoenix, just so Shen Rujia would steal it. She thinks she stole the phoenix tail. But in 7 days, she will personally wear the word inauspicious on her body. Ruyan Pavilion presents the 100 birds paying homage to the phoenix robe, congratulating the Empress Dowager on her birthday. The phoenix has spread its wings, but the tail is snapped downwards. This is not 100 birds paying homage to the phoenix. It looks like a wing-broken bird falling to the ground. This drawing was done by Shen Zhaoning. If it's inauspicious, it means she intentionally cursed the Empress Dowager. I can prove it. What Rujia obtained was indeed the draft from Jinyan Workshop. I drew the upper half of the phoenix. Gigi admitted it herself. Does the lady official still not know of her crime? I only admitted to the upper half. That downward-facing phoenix tail. Who was so clever as to add it on their own? Shen Rujia, answer her. There was no phoenix tail on the drawing. Of course, it was incomplete. Because you don't understand it at all. It wasn't a complete phoenix robe drawing, but a base positioning drawing for double-sided embroidery. The true lower half wasn't on the front. Below the phoenix's belly, the backside should have mountains, rivers, and the sun. You stole only half a drawing, and foolishly added a phoenix tail, turning the homage to the phoenix into a wing-broken phoenix. You intentionally drew only half a picture and left it in the room, just to frame me. The drawing was in my studio. Did I invite you to steal it? The drawing from Ruyan Pavilion carries an inauspicious omen. Step aside for now. Jinyan Workshop's robe. Gigi, you worked for 7 days, just to produce a mourning garment? Zhaoning, it's not too late to admit defeat. Don't disgrace the Hu Manor further. Please extinguish the palace lanterns on the west side, and open the long windows on the east. The phoenix has appeared. 1 set of stitches, 2 patterns. The front 100 birds paying homage to the phoenix. The back, mountains, rivers, and the rising sun. Dedicated to the Empress Dowager. May the mountains and rivers be prosperous and eternal. Both sides share the same gold thread, so the robe won't be heavy, and it won't be uncomfortable for the Empress Dowager to wear. She must have stolen gold thread from the palace. Ordinary gold thread cannot change color under sunlight. Since younger sister is suspicious, let us inspect it together. The gold thread was purchased from Jiangnan Yaoji. The silver was paid from the Jinyan Workshop account. The date, quantity, and the merchant are all recorded here. All the accounts and receipts match up. My gold thread has been inspected. Ruyan Pavilions should be inspected as well. The Shenji Bureau already collected all the jade thread. Why does Ruyan Pavilion still have leftover materials? It was the embroiderers who added it without permission. I don't know. Second young mistress said the palace jade thread is precious. Using it would be the only way to surpass Jinyan Workshop. Shut up, Ruyan Pavilion stole the drawing first, and hoarded forbidden materials later. You are disqualified from this selection. The Empress Dowager's birthday phoenix robe will be managed by Jinyan Workshop. Lady official, Rujia just wanted to prove herself. Please give her another chance. If I were the one who stole the drawing and hoarded the materials, would you plead for me too? You didn't win because of the Princess Consort title. Your true skill deserves this gold medal. Thank you, Your Highness. You should thank yourself. Second young mistress King, why didn't you go back with the Princess Consort? What are you doing at the West Market? I saw this mark on the silk at the West Market. Isn't that the mark of Feiyu Workshop? Follow her. Don't let her discover you. Fine Yang. The 10 women sent from the south of the city have been settled. They are all willing to learn a craft. Let them eat first. Those who don't know needlework can start by learning how to keep the books. Wages paid in advance. Fine Yang, we were divorced by our husbands, and other embroidery shops won't take us in. Are you truly not afraid of what people will say? Earning money with your own hands, you don't need to fear anyone's gossip. Greetings, Fine Yang. So the Fine Yang everyone in the capital is looking for is you. Gigi, this time, I will let the entire capital see whether you are really the prince's consort or just a merchant woman from the West Market hiding her true self. How long has Shen Jiaoning been sitting here as Finiang? At least 3 years. She makes clothes for merchants, dancers, and divorced women. It's all recorded in the account books. I want copies of the ledgers. And when she forged the Prince Regent's seal, which seal maker did she consult? Find that out for me as well. The accountant has always been guarded by King. It's hard to get. If you don't get the ledgers, your stealing of the drawing will reach the Shenji Bureau first. I will definitely get it done. Second young mistress Fei Yi.
Can just making clothes destroy the prince's consort?
A noblewoman sneaking into the West Market and associating with dancers and commoners. As long as I brand this place a den of iniquity, there will naturally be people to scold her for me. Your Highness, how did you find this place? You can keep things from the Hu Manor, but you can't keep things from the Prince's Manor. Your Highness came to check my account books? If this prince wanted to check them, would I need to come in person? Your Highness, we are all here working voluntarily. The boss never forced anyone. Where did the injuries on your hands come from? Treating the burns. They drove me out. It was Fei Yin who took me in. The shopkeeper taught us how to sew, how to read, and how to keep accounts. Every time we finished a piece of clothing, we were paid fairly according to our work. They aren't the dignified ladies the Marquis mansion talks about, but they earn their keep with their own hands. They don't steal, nor do they rob. They rely on their skills to survive. What is undignified about that? Watch your hands. Spread your hands out. I will apply the medicine for you. Is the prince's consort giving an order to this prince? If the wound is left too long, it will get infected. If your Highness is unwilling, I won't bother. The affairs of Fei Yi workshop will not implicate the prince's mansion. In 100 days, I will take them to Jiangnan. There are 47 days left. You are in a great hurry to leave. The marriage contract is written clearly. Once the terms are fulfilled, we shall each go our separate ways. What if this prince does not want to go his separate way? The shopkeeper, Jiu Chengen, has led people to break in. Shen Zhaoning, you are a noble daughter of the Marquis, yet you hide in a place like this mingling with dancers and outcasts? They earn money with their own skills. What is there to be ashamed of? I know you were forced by the Prince Regent. Come with me. I can help you shut this place down and protect your reputation. The shopkeeper does not want to leave with you. Don't touch Fei Yin. How many taels of silver did he give you for you to risk your lives for him? What the shopkeeper gives us is not charity. It is the hard-earned wages we deserve. Jiu Chengen, in what capacity do you dare trespass on my wife's property? Your Highness Xiaoning used to care about my opinion the most. I cannot bear to watch her degrade herself. Then let her tell you herself. Whether she cares or not, Xiaoning, as long as you leave with me, I can overlook what happened today. Jiu Chang'an, the thing I regret most now is that I used to care so much about your opinion. Trespassing on private property and damaging goods, report this to the authorities. Your Highness, are you arresting me for a few lowly seamstresses? There are no lowly seamstress here. Only a savage intruder named Jiu. Register all the damaged tables, chairs, and fabrics, and make the Jiu family pay for every bit of it. Whoever was injured, write that down as well. King, how many days are left until the marriage contract expires? 47 days. How did it pass so quickly? The Empress Dowager has issued an edict. The Prince Regent and the Princess Consort are to attend the banquet together. Attendance is mandatory. Miss, these are the copied ledgers we lost. He wants to expose Fei Yingyang's identity and the fake marriage contract at the same time. Should we still go? If we don't, it's an admission of guilt. Since he wants to expose me in front of all the civil and military officials, I will say everything that needs to be said, in front of everyone. I will go with you tomorrow. Any harder and your nails will snap. It's not just Fei Yu workshop today. Shen Rujia also has the engraver in her hands. The fake marriage contract I sent to the prince's mansion will be exposed. This prince knows. What if everyone forces the prince to divorce his wife? How do you want this prince to act? Let me say what I need to say first. I will take responsibility for the things I have done. Until you have finished, this prince will not say a word for you. The craftsmanship is truly remarkable. Fei Yi Workshop may undertake the attire for the longevity banquet. I thank the Empress Dowager for the recognition. Empress Dowager, you cannot hand over the Yuxiu Imperial Pavilion to someone full of lies. Shen Rujia, what are you accusing her of now? I am accusing Shen Zhaoning of opening a workshop, associating with dancers and outcasts, and forging the Prince Regent's seal to trick her way into the position of Princess Consort. Older sister, do you dare admit it? The masked businesswoman in the capital, Fei Yingyang, is you. It is me. A dignified princess consort, actually doing business with social outcasts and dancers. The princess consort's status is noble. How can you show your face in public like this? They earn money by their skills. They do not steal or rob. I help them make clothes, which is legal. Which law did I break before marriage? You can argue about business, but you cannot argue about a forged royal seal. Tell us everything you know. The medicated ointment Miss Shen sent. It was a copy of the Prince Regent's seal from 3 years ago. I only carved the shape at the time. I didn't know she was going to use it for a marriage contract. Was the seal on the marriage contract real? It was definitely not real. The Prince Regent's real seal has had a crack in the bottom right corner for a long time. The one on her marriage contract was flawless. Shen Zhaoning held a grudge because I chose to marry Rujia, so she forged the marriage contract to trick the Prince Regent. Rujia and I are both victims of her schemes. Empress Dowager, this old official knew nothing about the fake marriage contract. Shen Zhaoning has deceived the emperor. The Marquis mansion will not shield her. Father, are you cutting ties with me? From today on, the Nanyang Marquis mansion has no daughter like you. Fei Yi Workshop was opened by me. The first marriage contract received by the Prince Regent's mansion was also forged by me. The forgery of the royal seal is verified with evidence. I ask the Empress Dowager to arrest Shen Zhaoning for interrogation immediately. She only acted in a moment of confusion. I ask Your Highness to consider her youth and ignorance, divorce her, and treat her leniently. Your Highness, older sister has been lying to you from the very beginning. Do you still want to keep a woman like this? The first marriage contract seal sent to the mansion was indeed fake. Since Your Highness knew it was fake, you should have divorced her immediately. When did this prince say there was only one marriage contract? Zongjing Saiking. Bring up the golden record. The night before the wedding, the Prince Regent personally took a marriage contract to the Zongjing Temple to be filed. The marriage contract had the prince's real private seal, and also the Zongjing Imperial seal. The procedures were complete. The night before the wedding, you sent a fake one, and this prince replaced it with a real one. Before you even stepped into the wedding hall, you were already my legitimate princess consort. Impossible. Your Highness knew she was tricking you into marriage. Why accept her? Because from the first seal I received on that contract, I knew it was fake. She is using you. This prince knows. Since you knew everything, why help her? She only wanted to save her life and take back her own property. She never asked me to kill anyone, nor did she harm the innocent. I was willing to make this deal with her. What has it to do with you? Even if the marriage contract is real, she conducts business in private, associates with street folk. Is she fit to be the prince's regent? Every item in the ledger has a price. Every seamstress is paid according to her skill. There is not a cent of dirty money. The laws of the Great Da do not forbid a princess from doing business. If anyone thinks the seamstress is beneath them, then strip off the clothes you are wearing, which were stitched together by the very hands you despise. The identity is real, and the marriage is also real. Who else still wants me to divorce my wife? Your Highness, why did you never tell me that you replaced it with a real marriage contract? You never asked. Why did you dare to acknowledge it in the wedding hall? Weren't you afraid I was really just using you? Whether you were using me or not, I judged that for myself. Back to the matter. Faithless workshop, I knew about it. The fake marriage contract, I also knew about. What does your Highness want to ask? Why did you choose me out of everyone? Why were you so certain I would go along with this deception? The marriage contract was fake. The identity was fabricated. Shen Zhaoning, how many more schemes have you kept from me? Because your Highness has the most power, and you are the one Jiyu Chang'an fears the most. Anything else, the Empress Dowager was forcing you to marry Princess Enyang. You needed a princess consort who did not belong to any faction or power in the court. I have no power and no influence, which was just right. So you had even calculated why I needed a wife. In advance, I chose you to send the marriage contract, and then deliberately let Jiyu Chang'an pressure me at the wedding hall. As long as he caused a scene, I could force your Highness to make a statement in public. My personal seal had a crack in the corner 3 years ago. The one you copied was an old document, and the ink color was different too, stranger than what's on the wedding contract. So when your Highness received the contract, you knew I was lying to you. I knew from the very beginning. What else did you investigate that night? The Marquis Mansion's marriage swap, the Jiyu family's debts, and Faithless workshop. Overnight, you investigated me thoroughly. I had to know what kind of person I was preparing to marry. Since you had investigated everything, why not hand me over to the authorities? Your plan was only to save your life and reclaim your mother's business. You didn't ask me to kill for you, nor did you intend to harm the innocent. So your Highness just felt that this liar still had some principles? I also needed to refuse the Empress Dowager's marriage arrangement. You were using me. I was also using you. This marriage was mutually voluntary from the beginning. Then what about now? Does your Highness still consider it just a transaction? Now, I worry whether you are injured. I remember that your hands are cold, and I get angry because you keep mentioning those 100 days. Shen Zhaoning, do you want to end the contract early? Does your Highness want to reconcile with me? It's not reconciling. It's changing the 100 days into a lifetime. I cannot promise that now, because of Jiyu Chang'an, and because I once trusted someone, and almost lost my life. I don't know if I can ever trust again. There are 39 days left. You can think about it slowly. I won't force you. What if, in the end, I still want to leave? I will personally see you out of the city gates. Shen Zhaoning, get out here. I've been suspended from my post. And the Jiyu family lost the Yuxiu business. This is all your fault. You committed perjury at the birthday banquet. What does that have to do with me? If you hadn't seduced the Prince Regent, how would things have turned out like this? Whom I marry has nothing to do with someone like you, who brought a mistress into the wedding hall. How dare you? You provoked me first. Dinkin then turned around and married Zhao Jin. You are truly a fickle woman. This slap is for your betrayal at the wedding and your attempt to shift the blame. You dare hit me? Let go. This is a private matter between me and Shen Zhaoning. There's nothing private between us. Only you drunkenly causing a disturbance and assaulting people on the street. Shall we report this to the authorities to see how it's handled? Handled according to the law. Are you really going to send me to jail? You are the one who brought the crime to the doors of the prince's mansion. Shen Zhaoning, Zhao Jin will tire of you sooner or later. Don't come begging to me when that happens. Rest assured, even if I have nowhere left to go, I will never return to your side. May I apply the medicine for you? Why does your highness still ask me? These are your hands. If you are unwilling, I cannot touch them. Can you? Does it hurt? It doesn't hurt. I'm just not used to anyone asking me if I'm willing first. Then get used to it slowly. Why did mother take the kerosene? Jinyan Workshop has obtained the qualification for the Imperial Embroidery. The previous round's accounts will be audited very soon. As long as the policies of Feiyu Workshop are still in place, the fact that we embezzled the dowry will be exposed sooner or later. Burning the accounting room will alert the authorities. There are so many seamstresses living in Feiyu Workshop. This is exactly the time for the shift change. If you only burn the East Warehouse and the accounting room, no one will notice. What if someone doesn't make it out in time? That is their bad luck. If Shen Zhaoning wins, we mother and daughter will have to return all the silver. By then, you won't have the Ruyun Pavilion, and you won't be able to become the Junyun's wife either. What I want to burn is not just the account books. Everything he obtained relying on Feiyu Workshop. I won't leave a single thing for him. Second miss, burning the accounting room is enough. There are still people working inside. If the matter escalates, it will be impossible to contain. Pour it on the roof beams and the cloth warehouse as well. If you only burn one account book, Shen Zhaoning can just copy another one. Who is that outside? There are people inside. Let's go quickly. If you want to blame someone, blame yourselves for following the wrong person. Fire, quick, save the people. My lady Manyang and 3 seamstresses are still inside. King, keep ringing the bell. Everyone, fetch water, guards, smash open the underground water tank. Wet the ground on the west side first, yes. Young and strong men, soak the quilts. Block the fire door of the east warehouse. Everyone else, go to the west window to get people out. Don't blindly charge into the fire. My Nyang is pinned down by a fallen beam. She can't get out. Owner, don't worry about me. The roof beam is collapsing. You guys, go quickly. Shut up and save your energy to get out. 1, 2, lift. My lady, the account books are still inside. All the accounts of these years will be burned to nothing. Let them burn. There are copies of the monthly accounts. The other set is stored at the bank. This is the Ruyun Pavilions, barrel used for purchasing fabric and kerosene. Don't touch it, let the guards take it. The paper marks and oil stains on the barrel must be preserved. King, Go to the front villa to get the copy of the account books. At daybreak, we will take the witnesses and the oil barrel back to the Marquis' mansion. Fei workshop caught fire. Why did you bring people to barge into the Marquis' mansion? The kerosene barrel came from Ruyun Pavilion. I am here to ask Shen Rujia, where did this barrel of kerosene go last night? Ruyun Pavilion purchases kerosene every day. How would I know who stole an empty barrel to frame me? How would I know? You want to slander your own younger sister just because of a wooden bucket? How can your heart be so vicious? The fire has already been extinguished. The people have also been saved. Rujia is young. Even if she made a mistake, you, as the older sister, should give her a chance to change. If someone had burned your father to death last night, would you still say he is just young? We are all one family. Is it really necessary to take this to the authorities? This is not just arson. The account books record every bit of silver that the Liu family embezzled from my mother's dowry over the past 7 years. The real account books were burned. These must be fakes you forged again. Monthly copies are all stored at the bank. The bank manager and the delivery person can both testify. The embezzlement of the dowry and the clues for the arson, I will hand them all over to the authorities. From today onwards, all the businesses left by my mother will officially be moved out of the Marquis' mansion. Without the Marquis' mansion, you are nothing. In my past life, I had already died once for the Marquis' mansion. In this life, no one will ever make me endure again. What nonsense are you talking about? Were the people saved? They were all saved. How do you want to handle this? Report it to the authorities and audit the books. Investigate the mastermind of the arson. Yes. All businesses will be completely separated from the Marquis' mansion. Good. Do as you wish. A wooden bucket can only prove the kerosene came from Ruyun Pavilion. It cannot yet prove who started the fire. The authorities will seal the evidence. Continue to check the purchase records and movements from last night. I will wait for the investigation results. So it wasn't just the marriage contract. Sister, every word and every look you gave Xiaojin were all calculated in advance. When the regent realizes he is just a knife in your hand, let's see if he will still protect you. The 100-day contract today. This prince, in front of everyone here, returns the marriage date. And also reiterates one thing. Fei workshop belongs to Shen Zhaoning. The prince's mansion will never interfere with her businesses. Since you are in such a hurry to show your sincerity, Prince, why don't you first see how your sister planned this entire marriage? My lady, wasn't that book hidden in the old desk case? Shen Rujia, you stole my things. Sister, since you dared to write it, why are you afraid to let people see it? Day 1, choose Zhao Zhen. He has the most power, and he is the person Jiyu Chang'an fears the most. The Empress Dowager forces him to marry. He needs a wife without any court background. Day 2, forge the prince's seal and send a fake marriage contract. On the wedding day, endure first. Wait for Jiyu Chang'an to propose the two women marrying together, then tear up the marriage contract in public. So the husband swap at the wedding hall was also prearranged. He acted so aggrieved. It was all an act. Give the book back to me. The plans later on are even more wonderful. Borrow the prince's consort status to open the Marquis' treasury. Use the regent's prestige to take back the phoenix embroidery seal. Then deliberately provoke Jiyu Chang'an, making him lose his composure in front of others time and time again. Do you see clearly now, Prince? Sister wrote down the day she would leave from the very first day. In her eyes, you are not a husband, just a knife used to reclaim her assets. Give it here. Doesn't the prince hate deception the most? Now that the evidence is all here, are you still going to protect her? The viewing ends here for today. All unrelated persons, leave. Prince, look closely. There are only plans to save her life and reclaim the dowry. She has never harmed the innocent, nor has she used the prince's mansion to kill for her. Is it not considered deception if no one was harmed? The tears, tenderness, and care she showed the prince, which one of those wasn't calculated? It seems that the prince today originally wanted to propose a formal marriage to sister. What a pity. She had already arranged even your departure. For you. You stole the book from Shen Jiaoning's room. Return to the Marquis' mansion and wait. The authorities will verify the theft process with you. The prince still refuses to divorce her. This is a matter between me and her. Get out. The plans in the book are all true. The tears at the wedding hall, the fear in the carriage, and every step of approaching me, were they all calculated? In the beginning, but what about now? Does Shen Jiaoning still only want to use me? Jinyan Workshop has been reclaimed. Feiyu Workshop has reopened. My goal has been achieved. And so today happens to be the 100th day. According to the marriage terms, we should return to our respective positions. Is this the choice you made after thinking it through? It is I, this prince, promised to let you leave after 100 days. You may go. The Phoenix embroidery seal is yours. Take it with you. Take care, Prince. Safe travels. My lady, are we really not returning to the prince's mansion? Go to Jiangnan. Feiyu Workshop still has a branch there. We can start over. Zhao Jin did not stop her. She only has King by her side. The real Phoenix embroidery seal must have been taken away too. Where is she planning to go? The maid heard them say they were going to take a boat to Jiangnan from the East Ferry. There is only one ferry for the waterway. If we take a shortcut, we can get ahead of her. The Phoenix embroidery seal must be obtained. You must hand it over to me. Let's stop them first. Can bear to let go? Someone. What are your orders, Your Highness? How long has the princess consort been gone? The carriage left the south gate 2 hours ago. They should be heading to the East Ferry. Saddle the horses, go to the East Ferry. My lady, you clearly can't bear to leave the prince. Why didn't you tell him? Every word in the husband plotting book was written by me. Approaching him, deceiving him to become his wife, using his status to expand. It's all the truth. But the care you showed the prince later was also real. The last page clearly states, you didn't want to leave long ago. The last page is not important. What is important is that he has already seen that he was in my plans from the beginning to the end. The prince even accepted the fake marriage contract. Why can't you believe him one more time? In my previous life, I trusted Jiyu Chang'an the most. But in the end, I died in the fire, he said. In this life, the more I care about Xiao Jin, the more I fear that one day, he will also regret accepting me. So you want to end it for him, before the prince regrets it. At least this way, I can still walk away on my own. Prince, do you want to send people to seal the south gate and the ferry? Do not seal the city. She is not a fugitive, nor is she my prisoner. If the prince's consort has already boarded the ship, I'm afraid it will be too late. Check the normal route to Jiangnan. Do not disturb the common people. Jiyu Chang'an is cunning. He bought 2 fast horses and a bag of sleeping potion. Shen Rujia didn't return to the Marquis' mansion either. Both of them headed to the East Ferry. How many people did they bring? 4 GU family servants. And an unmarked carriage. They aren't going to seek reconciliation. They are going to snatch the Phoenix embroidery seal. Speed up. Find the person first, then report to the authorities. Jianing, I know I was wrong. Move aside. I know it was only after losing you that I understood who I truly love. Are you going to Jiangnan? I can accompany you. Are you willing to give up your future in the GU family? Return the silver you embezzled from my mother, and go to the authorities to testify against the Liu family in Shan Rujia. Past matters can be resolved slowly. Just hand the Phoenix embroidery seal to me for safekeeping, to avoid losing it on the road. What are you laughing at? You are still the same as always. Saying I love you first, then hiding the plan to snatch the seal behind your back. Catch them, stop the carriage.
Hey!
Found it, ha 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 ha. Sister, you guarded it for so long. In the end, it still fell into my hands. This seal lacks the atmospheric mark. It's fake. How did you know? I have handled documents for Jinyan Workshop for many years. What the real seal looks like, I know better than you. Did you swap the seal in advance? Trying to swallow Jinyan Workshop alone? You were the one who called these people here, and you were the one who grabbed the carriage first. The real seal hasn't been obtained yet, and you are already fighting among yourselves. It seems you don't really trust each other that much either. King, take the things and run to report to the authorities. Don't blow it. The real seal must be with King. Take Shen Zhaoning away first. She will eventually talk. Prince, the ferry hasn't departed yet.
The prince's consort is not here.
Follow the red marks and chase. How could it be here? You have been to this mountain peak before. I died here once. To buy some time. Older sister, you are spouting nonsense. Look closely. The 100 days are over. Zhao Jin knows. You are full of schemes. He doesn't want you anymore. No one will come to save you today. Even without smoke and fire, I still wouldn't hand over the Phoenix embroidery seal to you. Where exactly is the real seal? Should I tell you just so the two of you can start fighting over who gets to keep it? I'll count to 3. If you don't speak, I will set this fabric on fire. This time, there is no Prince Regent here to back you up. 1, 2. He cut the rope, catch him. How did you know there was a window here? Because I am more familiar with this yurt than you are. Why do you win against me every time? Stealing Jiyu Chengan away, stealing the Phoenix robe design, burning down the Feiyu workshop. How are you still able to stand tall? Because things that are stolen will never truly belong to you. Where is the Phoenix seal? You will never get your hands on it in this lifetime. Can you walk? Yes. Save the fire first. Protect the ledger and the official documents. Guard all the exits. You have nowhere left to run. Get out of the way, or it'll burn you along with it. The fire you set at the Faithless workshop couldn't kill us then, and it certainly won't today. I just wanted to take back what belonged to me. The marriage swap was arranged by Mother. The design was stolen by Zhao. I did it all for my husband. Why should all the blame be placed on my head? You just admitted to participating in the marriage swap, theft, and arson. Everyone present has heard it. You clearly loved me before. Why are you so heartless now? Because in my previous life, I truly loved you, and I truly died in the fire you set. Previous life, you've gone mad. It doesn't matter if you don't understand. You only need to know one thing. I will not die a second time. Tie her up and hand her over to the authorities. My lady, the real seal was not lost. You've worked hard. Your servant should not have left you alone. You escaped with the seal and found the bailiffs. You have already saved me. Are you injured anywhere else? Just my wrists and shoulders, nothing serious. Wait and observe. Princess, this prince has a few things he would like to say to you alone. Is that all right? Yes. There is one thing. I haven't told your highness yet. Speak, I am listening. I didn't just have a nightmare. I really did die, once. And I returned to 7 days before our wedding. In my previous life, I gave the phoenix embroidery seal to Jiu Chang'an. He and Shen Ruzia seized my family's estate and locked me in a burning building. Before I died, I heard Jiu Chang'an say, "The only person in the capital no one dares to provoke is the Prince Regent." So, starting over, I didn't choose you because I liked you. It was because you were the most powerful and the most suitable to be used by me. That dying workshop just now was where I died in my previous life. The wooden doors, the dye vats, the hidden windows, everything is exactly the same. Doesn't the prince think I am talking nonsense? The fire hadn't even reached you yet. Yet you were already so afraid you couldn't breathe. The first time you entered the prince's carriage, you didn't look at me first, but at the windows and the doors. I may not be able to prove if this rebirth is true or false, but I believe you truly experienced it. So, your confession of using me is true, and the manipulation is also true. Those tears you saw were indeed half-acted. I knew that. You knew even that? After you got in the carriage, you counted the windows 3 times. And while you were crying, you were checking the guards' positions. If you were truly scared out of your wits, you wouldn't remember that clearly. Was this sentence also acted? No. Then, do you still want to go to Jiangnan alone? I don't know how to trust someone without having regrets. I'm not here to catch a runaway princess consort, nor am I here to force you into anything. I only want to ask a free Shen Zhaoning. The 100 days are over. Are you willing to choose again? I am willing to choose again, but not to marry right now. What else do you want to do? Wait for Jiu Chang'an, Shen Rujia, and Lady Liu to receive the punishment they deserve, and wait for Faithless workshop to reopen. I will write down the answer myself very well. I will wait for you. The bank manager has submitted evidence of the Marquis' household embezzling the dowry. Every withdrawal was stamped with the bank's seal on the day it occurred. It cannot be forged afterward. Lady Liu, you have siphoned 86,000 taels from Lady Lin's dowry. I am the mistress of the Marquis' house. What is wrong with using money from the household? That was my mother's dowry, not the Marquis' estate's property. Shen Rujia, the Faithless workshop was set on fire twice. Who instigated it? It was Mother. She said as long as the workshop was burned, the embezzlement of the dowry would remain hidden. You are truly cruel. Shen Xiaoning is actually pinning the blame on her own mother. Lady Liu provided the money, and the second young miss told me to pour the oil. I am willing to return the tainted money. I only beg for leniency. Jiu Chang'an, you bought the drugs and rope and held a knife in the dyeing workshop. Shen Xiaoning, do you plead guilty? I only wanted to take back the Phoenix embroidery seal. I did not intend to kill her. The Phoenix embroidery seal never belonged to you. How could you take it back? Lady Liu for embezzlement and aiding in arson and kidnapping. All assets will be seized, and she is sentenced to prison. Shen Rujia for theft of designs and participating in arson and kidnapping. The evidence is conclusive. Regardless of your status as a young woman, there will be no leniency. You are sentenced to prison. Older sister, I just wanted to win against you once. Please save me. I gave you a chance to stop. But you chose to keep harming others again and again. Jiu Chang'an for participating in the marriage swap, seizing property, kidnapping, and assault with a weapon. You are stripped of your official title, forced to return the embezzled money, and sentenced to prison. Xiaoning, I truly know I was wrong. Please put in a good word for me with the prince. The ones sentencing you today are the Grand Court of Revision, not the Prince Regent. What you need to pay back is not just an apology. Marquis Nanyang, although you did not participate in the arson, you have long condoned the embezzlement. The Marquis' estate is ordered to return all of Shen Xiaoning's dowry, including her properties and 7 years of profits. Xiaoning, your father was merely blinded by Lady Liu. Now that the truth is out, come back to the Marquis' house with me. When 10 boxes went missing from the storehouse, did father not see it? When Shen Rujia wore my mother's cloak, did father not see it then either? I only wanted to protect the family's dignity. So every time you chose to let me suffer, do you really not acknowledge me as your father anymore? I will fulfill my legal duty of filial support, and I will not take revenge on you. But my properties, my marriage and my life, from now on will be decided by me. Return to the prince's mansion. First, back to the Fei workshop. I promised them that we would reopen today. Very well, I will not see you off, lest I get in the way of the customers. Whether you are homeless or want to learn a craft, as long as you are willing to work, Fei workshop will take you in. We will distribute earnings monthly. Whoever makes the garment, they will get their share. We no longer need to rely on the Marquis' house, nor do we need the handouts of noblemen, right? No, we don't. We eat by our own skills. The Empress Dowager has worn the double-sided phoenix robe to the birthday banquet. The Imperial Textile Bureau has been decreed to grant Fei Workshop the status of Imperial Embroiderer. I thank the Empress Dowager for her grace. The gift for the 101st day. Prince, are you not afraid that I might write another marriage contract favorable to myself? The wedding day should be decided by both of us. You write it first. I will then choose whether to agree. First, my properties remain forever mine. That should be so. Second, any disagreements may not be used as an excuse to restrict the other's freedom. I agree. Third, if there is a misunderstanding, it must be cleared up face to face. No more using a piece of paper, 100 days, to decide the outcome for the other. I approve of this one the most. Owner Shen, are you now willing to marry me? This time, it is of my own free will. Prince, will you not lift my bridal veil? It is your choice. The veil should also be lifted by yourself. The new marriage contract is already signed. Are you still leaving yourself a way out? Of course I must. It seems I have yet to make my princess consort completely at ease. True favor should not leave either party with no path to take. Leaving a way out does not mean I want to leave. The 100-day fake marriage is over. This is the 101st day. From now on, I will walk this path with you earnestly. Good. This time, there is no expiration date.